Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth. I am Nathan Goff. A little bit annoyed that I've had to wait 2 hours for the blithering idiots to sort out their debate on UFC. But you know, I'm here, I'm ready to kick in. You know, might kick something else in by the end of the episode. I have been wielding chair in hand.
What have I done? What have I done?
Fucking bitch. Bitch and moaning.
I was going to turn into Sabu.
What, because I be your best buddy on UFC?
You were there for 2 hours.
It wasn't 2 hours.
2 hours? 2 fucking hours.
It was a contest, a battle of wills.
You know, I reckon, and the people at home can't see this, but I reckon if I just threw this like Sabu, it might do some damage or maybe knock some sense into the Plank's old brother. I don't know which one yet.
He needs it.
He'll just join you because he's just upset.
I'm not upset.
Oh, and then after you, I will chuck one at the real deal for aiding and abetting.
Oh.
But no, we're here, you know, a little bit later than usual, but we're all here. So how is everyone today?
I feel like shit.
You look like shit as well, but never mind.
I've always looked like shit. This week's even worse. This week's ill.
Oh.
Well.
Does someone want some sympathy?
No, really.
It doesn't matter what you want! So, how's Mr. Burns?
I'm actually in a good mood.
Should have seen 5 minutes ago.
Well, fucking that's going to change.
I'm in a good mood.
Well, if you're in a good mood, we might as well start talking about TNA then. I could soon change that.
Uh-oh, here we go.
They got rid of Gunner. Gunner's not employed by him anymore. Yeah, I know that. It's on my Facebook feed.
No, I know that. WrestleZone.
Facebook feed. Who needs WrestleZone when every other bastard puts it up here?
Shocking.
Oh,
Who was she going out with?
Gunner.
Who was she? He, sorry.
Oh, I'd like to point out that was Mr. Nathan Goth who did the mistake of...
Whoops, it's only a mistake. It's not like he went, Gunner's... He thought mistake Gunner for Brown or something. Exactly, he didn't do that, so it's only just like a minor mistake.
See, most wrestlers have long hair and look like females at times. It's an easy mistake, isn't it, Sonya?
Sonya! Go get him, Sonya.
Sonya?
You know.
No idea what you're on about.
Bum, 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 bum.
No idea what you're on about.
No, but who does he go out with?
Can't remember.
Bram's going out with Charlotte.
Angelina Love's married to David Richards.
You've got...
Velvet Sky and Bully Ray. Bully Ray. Damn!
Rebel Sky. Isn't it Rebel Sky?
No, I think Rebel Sky's Matt Hardy.
That's what I was on about. Was that another Sky? Yeah. Rebel Sky is Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Velvet Sky is with Bully Ray. You know, like, on the hierarchy of, like, needs.
Didn't you used to date Chris Sabin before?
Yeah. Alright looking man, you know. There's only one man that would turn me gay. And that is the masterpiece.
Yeah, we already know that, with your man crush.
I was just trying to say, have you seen that man live? But yes, you have. Have you seen that man live, Mr. Kelsey?
Yes.
I was the distance from here to here, and I was like, television never did you justice.
That is true though. Television doesn't actually do most of the rest of justice because, as I said, Big Show's like, fuck him, humongous motherfucker. And he's like, huge. And they stop showing the pictures on Wikipedia! I'm explaining something!
Who's Jamie Jameson?
That would be who Gunner's with.
So no one I know though.
Okay. You know what he did? You know what he did again?
He interrupted us mid-flow. You know, one of these days, I'm going to get the Young Bucks over here, and I will let the Young Bucks go super kick crazy.
However, why did I just expect an old TV show coming? One of these days...
Bullseye!
Pow! Right to the moon.
If I could, I would.
Or Power right in the case of one of them.
Oh, if I could, I would. Fucking one-way trip. Richard Branston, if you need a sponsor, I'll give you a sponsor. I don't want him back, though. You can take him
One-way trip.
through to a good home.
No, anyway, what I was saying about TV doesn't do a lot of people justice is the fact that if you see Chris Masters live, he's fucking ripped to shreds.
Peace out to your mama!
I think one of the most impressive people I've seen live as well is Oliver Gray, aka Oliver Gray. He's not Joel Redman. He is shredded and massive. He looks like a superstar.
Yeah.
Just
The
like Leslie
closest
Reeves
person
is.
that I've seen on the UK scene who is close to Chris Masters' build is whoever teamed with Alex Gracie against you two.
Sticks.
No.
Not Sticks. Six is Sticks, you moron. Simply sensational soul items.
Yeah. He's built like a mofo. Fake tan to shit, but built like a mother chucker.
He is. There's no doing that face on Sean. He'll tell you himself. He's fucking built like a fucking brick house.
He isn't brown, the bastard's orange, but that physique is awesome. That is the closest thing we have got to Chris Masters. Physique-wise, he is immense. But
Size Joel Redman. But there's only like a select few who have that Pacific physique like Chris Masters.
Like, we went to Cornwall. And
Yeah, but everyone knows what Cornwall means now because of you taking the mickey out of where I originally started from, FCW.
God help us if we ever actually go to Cornwall.
Oh shit, I'm actually in Cornwall now.
I'm going to Cornwall! Oh shit, there's ice cream here.
Shit, it's a seaside. Oh, damn it.
We've overshot by 3 hours.
It's supposed to take an hour, it took us 4.5 hours. Bollocks! But
I
now,
feel like Southside all over again.
yes, but
Oh,
no,
but
TV
not
doesn't do a lot of people justice.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Because you see him on TV thinking, oh, I could take him. He's a 6 inches taller, yeah.
Drew Galloway is another person TV does.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember seeing him back in 2012 in Butlin. Yes,
Was that as the Drew?
as the Drew McIntyre, and I was like quite far back, and you knew when he come to the ring because he was massive, and he was like, "Fuck me, you are a big bastard. I'll still knock you out, but you're a big bastard." He couldn't hear me all the way at the back.
He could hear you a couple of rows though at ICW.
All the way at the back. Right next to the exit.
I remember him coming out at ICW when my first thoughts were, fucking hell.
You are a lanky bastard.
You are fucking massive.
But that's the price you pay for having a good body. You can't eat as much as you want to, except if your name's Chris Masters, who loves Nando's when he's over here.
Or Ryback. Ryback eats like a house.
Have you seen the fucking size of him? He is the size of a house.
you can see why he went with the slogan, "Feed me more."
If you had the Daniel Bryan story about Ryback.
Yes. Have you heard the Al Snow story of him? I just can't stop eating. Why not sound like Matt Burson? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's bad. Mickey.
I did what you said.
But no, I'm still recovering from like my last weekend, a couple of weeks ago, and of course I had a show last weekend and being ill, so... No, and I got the shows next weekend, so yay.
Well,
Yeah, just...
it was groovy.
A little bit uneventful week for wrestling this week.
But if you don't...
It depends on where you're looking. Really.
Like, it's been a bit...
You've had Money in the Bank, you've had Raw, but you've had
I know,
all...
but it's been coming down from the shock of Dusty Rhodes, hasn't it?
Exactly, but it's hard to concentrate when a lot of you people have actually like come from like WWE and always gone down to like the independents and have to actually look at, you know, get advice from Dusty Rhodes. So no matter what, if you get a little bit of advice off him, or you're just watching him, you're bummed out. You're like, you know what? Come on.
TNA news out there, eh? Have you seen who they've made an offer to?
Rey Mysterio Jr. again.
They've made him an offer, telling him that they could get the merchandise in stores. Now, if I was TNA, I'd keep that money that they're supposedly trying to use, because they can't even pay the talents on time, and like focus it on trying to negotiate a new TV deal for November, because as soon as their product goes off tally, It ain't getting back on.
Especially when you gotta compete with Ring of Honor.
On the same network.
I mean, I was listening to a podcast with Samoa Joe and Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
And I agree with what Samoa Joe said. He went, Ring of Honor is better in America, but abroad? Because TNA go abroad quite a lot. You know, but that's where they actually get quite a lot of arena sold.
But how many stations abroad have Destination America?
They don't, but that's why you sign different TV deals. You should know this better than anyone. Because I showed you the figures last year
Yes.
on TNA's TV
No,
revenue.
no. No, that's not what I was on about.
You're 5 seconds away. And I mean 5 seconds away from having a fucking bigger nose than you've got. For interrupting me again. Just because you beat me 4 times don't mean shit.
Let me just go on record to point out I did not actually point that record out.
Every time we talk about it though, it's like, I beat you 4 times.
No, I was going to leave it this
Fucking
week.
annoying.
No, I was going to leave it this week.
What, this was, yeah.
He may be 4-0, but I'm 1-0.
It doesn't count.
Aren't you the one behind the one in 301?
Yes. I am the one who created the one in the 301.
Yes. Quickly go back to topic with a big left turn. Basically, because TNA are quite big abroad, technically, so they've got actually quite a big fan base abroad.
Yeah.
Because, how can I put it? They
Well,
might not be the biggest because, you know, people have like bad things, good things to say about them, bad things to say about them.
you have seen them when they've been over across the pond in the UK.
Just that's true. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
See, now, from a standpoint, when you mention the big 3, who do you put next to WWE?
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're going to say TNA, but no. It's New Japan Pro
Okay,
Wrestling.
you ask general wrestling folk. Okay, I'll rephrase this. You ask general folk who watch wrestling but don't wrestle.
Thank you.
That's it. He's got the giggles.
My fucking brain was going before my mouth was.
It wasn't that hard.
Nothing new
It
there.
wasn't that what I was thinking of. You were saying something. I was thinking of somebody else's what they say.
Right, okay, so you go to General Joe Smith and
Okay,
Street.
they say WWE, then it's TNA, then it's probably one of the local shows. No. Oh wait, Lutron? No. NXT. But then they go, if you're a smart mark like us, you go, actually it is WWE.
No.
It is technically, it's branded as WWE.
If you ask what the top 3 wrestling promotions in the world are, you would get WWE at the top, TNA, and then you would probably get Ring of Honor. And then behind Ring of Honor would be your New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And then it'll sort of keep breaking down.
But now, if you ask the same question this time next year,
Would that be the same?
what's the betting that TNA ain't on that list, but GFW is?
No. I don't think so, not yet.
I do.
I don't.
As soon as that TV deal goes, bang.
Yes, but
Obscurity.
But here's the biggest thing though. Getting that TV deal. And I know they've actually had a bit of a struggle with getting a TV deal.
But who's going to pick them up after Destination America?
You've
Ring
already-
of Honor have lost nothing by going on Destination America because
I
they're still on
actually think,
Sinclair.
I know this is going to be recently, I think they might actually go back to Spike.
I don't, because Spike don't want anything to do with wrestling.
So what will happen, but that would be actually probably the best game plan, because now, guess what we can watch in the UK? Spike TV.
Yeah, but
Channel 190.
But
Yep.
what brings in more fans? UFC or TNA?
And do remember that WWE do go in heavy competition with UFC.
No, they don't.
Well, they're not actual competition, but
There is no
ratings.
competition.
Oh,
And
no.
it pains me to say this, because 15 years ago it was the other way around. UFC wasn't competition for wrestling, but wrestling isn't competition for the UFC.
Correct.
If wrestling was bigger than UFC, we would have Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we wouldn't, because Ronda Rousey wouldn't mean jack shit.
It's true. It's true because if MMA wasn't as big,
Yeah.
she wouldn't mean shit. And then even though she is
Because
a slaughterhouse and a blows.
yeah, she's fucking awesome.
As
I love
Mr.
Ronda.
Bitch.
I love Ronda Rousey to pieces, and I think she's awesome. But if the UFC didn't exist, Ronda Rousey would just be another Olympian that once a judo career is finished, she might have a nice little career teaching judo, but if you asked Joe Public to name one of the baddest women on the planet, her name would not be on that list.
Everyone's got their opinions, but here's a big thing though, which Dana White has found out quite a bit. Who owns a lot of the market in the United States and worldwide? WWE. Because Vince McMahon over the past 30 years, no, probably 40 plus, technically, because he's been going since the 70s. He's been going since the 70s, even though he might not had his own company, he might have not had WWE directly, he was still with the WWF, and he was with his dad. He was a promoter with his father, having his own promotion called Magic Leaf Wrestling, or Magic Leaf Wrestling, and another one which I can't remember, like UCCW or something like that. I think if you want to take me up on that, just message us. I don't really care. He's had over 40 to 50 years experience of getting your marketing, making sure that everything that you have. Now look at what Smiths have done. Smiths have put Seth Rollins in their adverts. Every fucking advert I see now on a kids program channel or a general channel itself has Smiths as Seth Rollins and WWE figures. Marketing is owned by Vince McMahon and no one likes to admit it. Paul Heyman says it best.
I watched something, this has a little bit of relevance to do with this, but a little bit not to do with this. It's actually about conspiracy theory in America. And it was done by Jesse the Body Ventura, who one of my relatives put it best, looks like Steven Seagal now. Which I found absolutely hilarious. It was quite funny, because I had it on pause while I was cooking something. She went, Nave, why Steven Seagal on telly? And I went, it isn't Steven Seagal. What? It's Jesse the Body Ventura. She went, but his face looks all leathery. But moving on. So I was watching it, and it was about conspiracy theory in the US about the financial collapse and how it was influenced by Congress. And how Goldman Sachs, which is a bank, is actually secretly owned by the government.
Which most banks are, but
over there, that's a big thing.
That's a very big thing of it. Over here, it's like very fucking common.
like over there, because after they got fed up with Goldman Sachs, went into the government, and if people got fed up with government, they went into... Yeah, so...
Basically, it was big revolving door.
Yeah, so, how this links in is that if you put that same concept in, when people leave WWE and they go into marketing roles on television and big television networks, how often do you think Vince McMahon, all he has to do is just make one quick call going, I don't want them advertised, otherwise we'll pull this.
And they will panic and they will take him off. Which is unfair, but business is business.
Because...
somebody, oh God.
Because...
Business is business.
All you have to do is just to look at how much WWE raises for charity. And if they didn't want to, they could pull all that back. And imagine how much... like businesses would lose. How much would have Connor's Cure raised if it wasn't for WWE? Albeit for right or wrong reasons, WWE have done it, but imagine how much Connor's Cure's benefited from that $500,000.
It's more than that now, but I get very defensive on that because now this is coming back off your topic now. I know it sounds really bad, but like when they announced that Connor was going to the Hall of Fame, people were booing him. People going, why should he go in there? Excuse me.
He should.
I'm sorry, this might be relevant. The Warrior Award is not about Hall of Fame, it's about the spirit and the influence and the momentum and the remembrance of a person Connor was remembered by every single superstar in the WWE. If they went, they still knew Connor. Daniel Bryan was very upset when he died. He was his favourite wrestler. Connor's favourite wrestler was Daniel Bryan. Everyone loved him. He inspired a lot of people. He set up was it Connor's Trust? Or
Connor's Cure.
Connor's Cure. And I'm sorry, that's still helping other families try and find help for their ones.
And it's not just that. It's while also not being, being under the pressure of being unwell. He was also keeping that much of a positive attitude. It just flowed out into everybody.
I'm going to put this way, and you probably won't want to answer this because I'll probably piss you off in the next 15 seconds.
No, I can see where this is already going already.
Okay, so you've got the Ultimate Warrior Award now, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Arguably, Dusty Rhodes is bigger than the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes.
Because Mark Madden said it best. Ultimate Warrior died, it affected the wrestling community. Extra wide celebrity. Does Dusty Rhodes get an award? What happens when Hulk Hogan dies? Does Hulk Hogan get an award to put in the Hall of Fame?
I won't answer it because I haven't got the right kind of wording for it. And I don't want to sound like an absolute twat. Because it's a 50-50 thing, because...
For where I'm coming from...
No, what you're saying is completely true. It's like, Warrior died, let's give him an award. That's completely fair enough. I liked it a lot. Because it was just ironic that he finally got to WWE, went in the Hall of Fame, did Mania, did Raw, died. But as you said, Warrior was known by like all us adults, as well as like Dusty Rhodes was known by everybody. Every living soul probably knew about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes Day.
Yeah, but Mae Young died. Where's Mae Young's award? For women. I'm sorry, people don't have the right to argue when they argue for the Warriors Award. Now, people might say my argument sounds like a cunt's argument, but if you're going to honour one big wrestler with an award, why shouldn't you honour the other big wrestlers with the award?
In your eyes, what you're trying to say, it's... Instead of just giving out one award because of one special award because of one wrestler passing away, after he's passed away, why not do it for every single other one, every single iconic wrestler or every wrestler that passes on?
They'll probably make Hulk Hogan a special thing at like a SummerSlam or something like. It is a special
Andre's got the battle. Andre's got the battle royal, but Andre was dead years before.
Nearly 30 years. He died in 1994.
So he's been dead 20 years, 21 years.
Exactly, 21 years and they finally gave him something. I know it sounds bad, but like Warrior died like after his Hall of Fame. Next year they've got the...
And if you go back and listen to that Hall of Fame speech, not the Hall of Fame speech, the Raw speech, he knew he was dying.
He had like a very big cancer, and of course I get a bit emotional on this, because I'm actually a really big Warrior fan, but I'm massive, like as you said, I'm a Hogan fan, I'm a massive Rhodes fan, but it's the fact of everyone has their own argument to it. Like you've got your own argument, like what has Andre's only just got his.
He tends to argument as such. It's like an equality thing.
Mm.
Like if you listen back, and it hit me quite thingy, but I listened back to that speech, and if you listen back to it now that it's got a couple of times, you knew his time was coming. He knew his time on this planet was nearly up, and people who know that the time on this planet's nearly up will quickly do something like that just so people know that they meant something to him. So he knew, but how many people in the back knew?
Probably a lot, because Warrior was never one to lie about that kind of stuff.
I bet you he would have about that. Because would Vince have let him go out and jerk the ropes and everything?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because... I think he would have. Yes, I would. I know it sounds really bad, but I think he would.
I don't think he would. If he told Vince he was dying, Vince would not have let him anywhere near a ring. Because, could you imagine the type of negative publicity that brings on WWE?
Yeah, but they let Mick Foley, who was like losing his memory, Jamie losing his memory, actually forgetting what his life was all about and everything. He's still letting him fucking bump off a Hell in a Cell and everything like that. What's the difference? He could have died forgetting the spot. Kapow! Dead. Could have done that, but he didn't. But
Mick Flair's going to die in a wrestling ring. Jerry Lawler is going to die in a wrestling ring. It may not be a WWE wrestling ring, but it'll be some wrestling ring in some place. People like that would rather die doing the thing that they love than die being an unhappy man.
Which is fair enough. Anyway, let's steer this back into motion. Back to our original topic.
It's actually an interesting subject, which probably...
It's taken up like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We may have to either come back to it at a later date or maybe even cover it on like some sort of special.
Special.
Today's special. Death.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean,
This is the Matt Burr special.
I'm not
Death.
not
Death
talking
and
about
negativity brought to
no.
you by the Funk Soul Brother.
No.
Today, mateys, we're going to talk about the death of this random wrestler. And this one.
No.
And this one.
And this one. And him. Oh, maybe him too.
Oh, look, shovel.
Bury the bastard. Oh, wait. Someone's already done that for you, gimmick.
No, they haven't. It's still kicking. It's still a kicking.
It won't be when I'm done. Just you wait, sunshine.
We'll see. We'll see.
No. We're killing it to make it better. We're going to rise like a fucking phoenix here, sunshine.
It'll be like Undertaker once he's been put in the casket and he comes up and
Boom! Who the fuck's that going up there? It's Matt Burr.
I'm the spirit in the sky.
I'm gonna go when I die. When I die. But I'm not dead, matey.
I'm not dead.
Anyway, so Money in the Bank.
Right.
I think Mr. Goff beat us.
Winner!
As everyone knows, my throat's really bad, so. But
First
no.
change.
Yes.
Yes!
No, I
Yes!
actually feel for you. I actually feel for you because I'm not used to it. You're too quiet.
Yes, I won!
Except for that case of one person earlier. I'm
No,
going,
no.
Yes! Winner! And that's just when the last bit of my shariness went away.
It just let it.
Between the three of us, one to me. Finally.
You know,
You went one up when it was just us two.
Yeah, but
If I recall, you went what? Two up and then I caught back up.
then I came along and beat you both. But then I didn't class that as that because it's between you two.
But
So technically, on the unofficial one in 110. Technically, as I said, Mr.
because
Bird.
all you lot didn't think that little Jimmy would win.
Yeah, you know what? He shocked us all. Like Seamus, you.
He didn't shock us all. You know, truth, my nigga. He come through for me. He come through for me. Sucky ducky quack quack.
Oh, Saki! Anyway,
Oh, good lord.
get the red out your face, sunshine. Jesus Christ, you're embarrassing us. And no one else is fucking here. You're letting us down. You're letting the fans down. You're letting the podcast down. What do you do?
I get called a milk bottle all the time, and
I'm not saying anything.
equal
No.
opportunities.
Carry on. Carry on, shall we? Good event though. Good event.
The match which we said was still show was Cena versus.
We
Owens.
predicted it.
No.
No, I mean we predicted it.
Oh, one second.
Disgusting.
Who wasn't it? You? No, actually, no. You two guessed John
Ha!
Cena. And I went to Kevin Owens. Technically, he would have won if they go. Oh, you might.
Kevin Owens should win the next one and take the US title off Cena because I think he'll drop the
I
title.
was very proud of Kevin Owens when he took that bastard off the stage. Get off, you skinny twat!
No. We'll get onto that.
Oh, I'm allowed to say it now. Because we're going to go into it in a minute. But it doesn't matter. I'm allowed to say whatever I want.
See, no, I didn't think that was, MGK could have done something quite special there, but he no-sold it. So it was pointless.
You flop. Get
No.
down.
No, but he no-sold it on Twitter.
That's why WWE go, huh, we ain't using you again.
I think what they were trying to do is get the link with Cena.
Yeah, everyone knows that they're close.
Yeah. And the
If I'm
fact,
correct, he did.
and the fact of the whole when they went for when the handshake was offered, you know, when I was watching it, as soon as I saw the hand pop out, I thought, uh-oh. Even I had questions, you know, the handshake, and then all of a sudden, off the stage next. But it didn't seem right because, you know, you saw him getting, you know, literally getting picked up and carried straight out, and as the, you know, he could have spinal injury. Straight to the back. It's like, and then straight away, like you just said, straight on Twitter. It doesn't do any favours.
No.
Oh, anyway, but no, Mr. Goff beat us in the predictions this time. We got till Battleground to try and make it up,
Are we going to do one for the July 4th special?
but that's not yet, so it's okay.
I know, but the July 4th special is before the
On the
Battleground.
4th of July.
It's not. Is it really a special?
Well, the class is special because they're showing all of it on the network.
Yeah. Well,
Shall we count it or shall we just
we'll count
put
it.
our predictions
We'll count
down?
it.
We'll count it then.
Don't fucking listen.
It doesn't. Why you no listen?
That's just slap your
Quit
face.
trying to make memes on the podcast.
Why are you trying to make memes? We can't see the fucking memes, can you?
Even with your voice.
Oh, lovely. By the way, Mr. Goff has done a very good shot this week. Very, very good shot. I am very proud of him. This shot is better than last week's. Probably on par with the week before's, but not as good as the first week, though.
Well, you requested this one,
Oh, I did. Oh, I did.
so
I'm
you
going to
can't
show that.
complain, you
It's
know.
okay. Oh, I'm going to show that Sunday afternoon about it. Actually, she listens to it going, how dare you!
He had to backhand and I get abuse on Facebook. It completes my week.
You're doing the food this week. Don't matter.
So, what were your good points for Money in the Bank?
Owens, John Cena, except
What
for how
What
he
a
took...
match.
It was a vet, but because I'm a wrestler, and because I know how to land on an apron properly,
That looked awkward.
that was very awkward, and it's like, but it's just one of those things. I'm sorry, he gets paid more for me, so I ain't gonna say shit. But
True.
it's just one of those
but
things.
Also,
I think that when people are going, oh, the primetime players, New Day match sucks. Actually, it didn't. It did its job because it was the die down match. It's the match before the main. You gotta make sure the people go down for the main
However,
event.
the main event wasn't as good as the Cena Owens
No,
match.
it wasn't as good as people was like making out to people. It was a lot better than what some people were making out to be.
But it wasn't as good as the Cena Owens match.
No, Cena always match stole it because.
Did you see John Cena with that Rey Mysterio powerbomb sort of thing?
oh, you're on about the Sunset Powerbomb, which is also, if you want to use a TNA reference, Code Red, is it?
Code Red and the original, what was it? Suzuki Sunset.
Yes. And I've actually been on the receiving end of it.
Kevin Owens did
So
a
what?
brilliant save to keep...
Basically,
I wouldn't be
it
surprised
was
if it was still.
stay
You
the
shouldn't
fuck
be.
on my back. I'm carrying you to this spot, and you will do the move. Ready? Don't you remember me taking it, Mr. Birds, at Edgbaston?
Yes.
Yes, that hurt.
You know, but that...
It's always the back of the head.
Okay, so from that perspective, and who is in control of that move more?
The person taking it, because they've got to get... They could be a right dick and just like do a little flop, and of course...
Or
they're
just
like,
sit down.
or sit down and make it into gin and tonic. It is the person who's taking the move that's got a lot of control, because even though the person who's doing that, like going down, you've got the legs, they actually haven't got as much momentum as they think.
It's a high risk manoeuvre. It's a manoeuvre that can actually be counted.
Well, it can be very, it can do a lot, but as you...
if it works off, it's a very devastating move.
It is, but as I said, it's all about the person taking it, because, you know, some people could sit on you, some people could just flop on you, or, even if you haven't got that good momentum, just one off balance, whack, the
You
move's
know,
done good.
because, like, John Cena pulling that out was nice. He also pulled out the reverse suplex. Hanakrona came out. You know, I was looking forward to the Hanakrona pile driver.
No. It's not Hurricanrana. It's a flop.
It was a Hanakrona. It was the
Flop.
closest thing John Cena's got to a Hanakrona in about 5 attempts.
Well,
You saw me take one.
Well,
at that All Saints show.
I'm not one to state anything here because I'm not one to do Hurricanranas. I'm not. But I know one thing that for sure that shouldn't be happening. Your upper body or neck, head should not be hitting the canvas.
I know, but, you know, for John Cena, you know.
No, it's very athletic. It is, but I'm just thinking health and safety-wise, it shouldn't be happening.
You know, John Cena doubled his moves with Patrol in about one match.
See, he's doing a lot more moves.
That he
Is
was.
that-
And also Kevin Owens.
How much athleticism does that springboard moonsault take?
He's been doing that for years, though. Ooh,
I know.
you're flashing blue.
But how much athleticism?
Are you crying, Mr. Burns?
No.
Ah.
Nope.
I saw the best person there.
Nope, I'm not crying. Why?
But he's got...
No, that's just...
I
dropped
7 hours and 15 days.
Really?
Hey, so I was playing on the bus the other day, and I'm going, nothing compares to this. Money Back was good. People get you the credit wanted to. I thought that, I felt sorry for Kofi Kingston. You can have a powerbomb, and then you can lay on your belly, and the powerbomb will go on top of you. So basically, it has to be fuck you.
See, now,
New day.
I woke up and I got a text on my phone from a colleague who actually wasn't one of you pair going, look out for this spot. It was actually a colleague from work, and he went, Randy Orton does 3 of the best RKOs you will ever see. So I was really looking forward to watching Money in the Bank. Since when are 3 of the best RKOs I'll ever see, 2 of them standing on the mat?
The one on Neville was really good.
It was, but was that, you know, better than the one that Randy Orton did on Evan Bourne?
The Council of the Shooting Star.
It's at the end of the day.
Was it better than the one he did on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania?
No, the one he did on Seth Rollins is probably the best one, regardless of what anybody says.
Was it better than the one I did on Matt Burns? No.
I'll be the judge of that when I ever see it one day.
No comment.
Oh,
I can't judge it because
he's the one.
no, I was the one who
Behind
whose
the one.
chin
In
ended
1-0.
up clashing with a. I don't think it was you who actually did the damage. It's more the pavement.
Jesus
It's more
Christ.
the angle. I'm not having it.
Right.
I'm not accepting
Mr.
it.
Nathan Goff.
I'm not accepting it. It's not
When?
fair.
When? Okay.
I was not
You
aware
know
of
when you do
this
a EC move,
Yeah.
like the RKO. Where does their face go?
On the floor.
match.
Wow! Well, you... off.
You
Jesus.
know, we might have a dart match in Cornwall if we can.
I can arrange that easily.
Go for it.
I'll be the one. I'm the one in 4-1.
Go for it.
Oh, fucking politics.
You can be the one behind 2-0.
I'm just loving the man love from you, Per.
We're friends. I respect my friends. I don't respect you, but I respect our friends. You're associate.
You know, I take quite a lot of abuse. You know.
You
I-
take abuse.
You know, I got neglected at times, you know. You know, people take 2 hours to actually live up to their times.
You mean what you did earlier time? I shall still
Right.
pick you up at normal
Right.
time.
End of. We're not going down this road again. I still picked you up.
Yeah, you pick him up on normal time.
No.
At least I
Bing
knew his
bong bang.
normal time. Yours is normally 4 o'clock. Normally.
We're going to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
That's the danger zone. He's going, I'm late, mate. This is my normal time. Just like the one time we had to go to Leicester, be at there for 5. He goes, I'll be at your house for 4. 20 to 5. Oh, this is a really nice horror class. This is Matt Burns.
Oh no, the best one. The best Matt Burns time story in the world. So, we booked tickets to go watch
Stevenage.
to Stevenage. Matt Burns thought it was just a little bit further than Nottingham.
I didn't know it was actually Stevenage. I assumed it was the usual Nottingham location.
But he goes, we're going to Stevenage. And my first response to him was, not, right, okay. I went, do you know where Stevenage is? And he went, yeah. It'll take an hour and a half get to.
Because it's near Nottingham.
It's nowhere near Nottingham.
I assumed.
Is it London?
Well, yeah, it's
pretty much.
practically just past. Like,
Yeah.
it's on the borders of like the M25.
However, I did look it up and make sure to.
Well, yeah, but after I said, okay, do you know how long it takes us to get Nottingham and like Leicester for LCW? He went, yes, mate, did.
Double it.
Well, fucking all that sunshine.
I went double it and had about 20 minutes onto it. You know, because I'm a well-travelled person, you know. He thinks he's well-travelled, but, you know, I used to spend summers travelling the UK, you know. I used to have sleep in church, in run-down churches, abandoned houses when we were doing the old American Pie band camp, you know. It isn't as glamorous over here, you know, gym halls, churches, fucking wherever we could sleep we went. And we spent quite a lot of time down in good old London. And it didn't take an hour and a half to get there, because if it did, I would have fucking come back and slept here at night.
We got there. We enjoyed the show. We eventually, I will admit, eventually got back.
I think the worst I've had to travel is 12 hours in one day.
That didn't involve me.
No, it was going down the Breed Sands. That took 3 hours. They go from Breed Sands to Swansea twice. That was 6 hours.
Oh.
And then, because they thought, go from Breed Sands back to Cannock, and then I had to go from Cannock back to Stoke. So it was a 12-hour.
Good Lord.
And I was like about 8 times that day.
However,
I was a very tired boy.
if you were working on BST, Burn Standard Time, that could took 18 hours.
Please.
Oh, matey, I've got the arcade.
Paperboy! Right then, so, anything else from Money in the Bank that took your fancy, you know? Like, it was a good event, but, you know, for the third pay-per-view in 4 weeks, there wasn't really much to get excited past the Cena Owens match.
It was a really good event, to be honest. A lot better than people wanted it to be, because people
Okay.
like it's going to be shit. It's true.
If you look back on it, a year from now, apart from Cena Owens, what would you remember from that pay-per-view?
Well, the finish of Rollins and Ambrose, I thought that was really interesting because it was different.
Okay, but apart from the finish, would you remember the match itself?
Yes, because it was a very hard-hitting match, but it wasn't as I said, it wasn't as good as people like hyping up to be because there was like obvious. I know this is really
it's
bad.
Not just that they've had they've had this sort of match before.
And I think it's because they've worked each other so many times they all do the same match over again.
I judge a match by will you remember it years from now. If I mention SummerSlam 2002, name me the match.
No, that's 2005 I'm thinking of. Yeah. What? No, it's not Michaels versus Triple H, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Street Fight. Shawn Michaels' first match back in 4.5 years.
5 years. I watched a DVD.
I swear JR says 4.5 years.
Michaels says 5 and Triple H says 5. So it's 5, god damn it. They say 5. I believe them. JR says
I'm not
4
saying
and a half.
anything. I'm not saying
I
anything.
believe him too.
Well, technically it could be 4.5 years because WrestleMania is...
It's either that or it could be in between, somewhere in the range.
8 months.
Yeah.
Meh.
Made the... but like, yeah, but you look at that, like, people know what happened at, like, WrestleMania 24. Name the match.
versus Shawn Michaels. That's one of them. Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show. That was the big money match that everyone thought was big terrible, but it didn't have to be terrible. It was still the money attraction match.
Yeah, like WrestleMania 20.
Mania 20 was Benoit versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, because it's still a really good triple threat.
Benoit versus not Benoit. You had Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar.
No.
No?
Which
No.
one?
Fine.
Yeah,
terrible.
Goldberg and Lesnar.
And
Eddie
Guerrero,
Guerrero
Kurt
versus
Angle.
Kurt Angle.
WrestleMania 19 was Jericho Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
Austin versus Rock.
Rock.
Rory.
And
Lesnar versus Angle.
And a very unappreciated match. It's Booker T
Undertaker
versus...
Versus A-Train and Big Show in a
And then
handicap
that
match
big
that was
motherfucker
originally
comes along, I can't remember his
Nathan
name.
Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones. But then also people are like, I find this match like really good, to be honest, like Triple H versus Booker T.
Yeah.
It was Booker T's first WrestleMania, like big time, and it was against like Triple H. And
Like, if I said to you, what was the main event for WrestleMania 5?
WrestleMania 5 was Macho Man versus Hogan. That was the main event, because 4 was DiBiase versus Macho Man, 3 was Hogan Andre, 2 was King Kong Buddy versus Hogan, number 1 is Mr. T and Hogan versus Piper and Orndorff. I can go on for all because I'm a sad bastard.
But
I can tell you what the best matches were though.
yeah, and then if we ask you what the main event at SummerSlam 92 was,
SummerSlam 92, Hart versus Bulldog.
yeah, people remember good matches. I don't think people will go and look at Money in the Bank 2015 and go, yeah, that was Ambrose versus Rollins.
No, they'll go Owens versus
Cena.
And as you said the other week, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of episodes actually, in fact, John Cena's having the best matches because he's not in his comfort zone anymore. He's not wrestling the big names anymore. He's wrestling the mid-card level guys, and he's putting them over, and they're putting him over. It's a very good combination.
But yeah, it's actually unbelievable how you remember pay-per-view events by a match. A match defines a pay-per-view. Not matches, usually, a match.
Like 1992 SummerSlam, everyone knows it. Hart versus Perfect.
Oh.
That was the shit. That was amazing.
Bee's knees.
Like,
Well, to be honest, it was shit. It was amazing.
like
The
if,
bee's knees mean really good.
No, it was the dog's bollocks.
Top
like,
notch.
this is an
Big
interesting
Kodak.
subject. Like
Amazing.
we could probably mention pay-per-view names, and you'd name one match that sticks out to you.
If you can remember the matches.
Yeah.
You can remember all the matches.
Well,
yeah.
I'll just pick like the popular pay-per-views now, and we'll do a quick one. King of the Ring 98.
Edge versus-
98.
Is that the one with Edgeworth?
98.
Is it either 98 or 9? Yeah, it is 98. Undertaker versus
This is
Mick Foley. Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, you have to like remember though, because the years you're like, hang on, is that the year of this and this and this?
Yeah.
Also, the unexpected match of when Kane won his first world title there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he lost it the next
Yeah.
night. Shock and all.
Yeah, the shock and awe event, of course.
You know, everyone remembers Royal Rumble 1998.
No, it wasn't Cactus Jack versus Figure. It was.
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels
Michaels.
casket match.
Yeah. Was that the match that technically put Michaels on the injured list?
Yeah.
Yes, because he
Yeah.
went over.
He got thrown over the
Over the
ropes.
rope, and he's back on
His
the
lower
side of the
back
casket.
on the side of the casket, which your lower back, if caught wrong, devastating effects.
But to say with
Your back is
not just that. I'm sorry, but you can do it with any part of your body.
yeah. No, I wasn't just. I was.
I know, but your back's a very, very sensitive part of your
It
body.
is.
It's funny enough that the fact that you're always landing on your back in pro wrestling as well. Whether you do it at your top, your bottom, or your middle, it's still landing on your back. It's pretty painful, especially when you like take
gravity.
Gravity fucking rummaging bait. That's Chris Drew.
The man that gravity remembered.
Yes. Now, like another one is Survivor Series 91. When Taker beat Hogan clean. Except for the very end, but I didn't care. He would beat Hogan clean.
SummerSlam 96.
Was that Taker versus Taker?
Yeah, there was also
Hart
Michaels
versus
versus Vader.
Vader? Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking of the year before.
Here's one. I'll just mention the actual pay-per-view name. Mind Games.
Rock versus Mankind. Ding 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 ding. Rock wins. First world title. No, Mind Games. Yeah, Mind Games. No, Mind Games was Mankind versus Shawn Michaels. Because I think of Deadly Games, not Mind Games.
Yes.
I'm fucking sad thinking about that.
No, but the point is...
In your house, bad blood.
Oof.
No.
Taker versus Shawn Michaels at the first Hell in the Cell. That was the first one.
I don't know. No, I think of the one where the first Austin versus Taker. That was a cold day in hell.
Yes, which was a buried alive match, wasn't it?
Normal
No.
singles match.
Oh.
A couple months later, it was Buried Alive.
Because the first buried alive match, which people don't actually realise, wasn't Austin versus Taker. It was Taker versus Mankind. Back in 1996.
Right, was that not long after the Boiler Room brawl?
Yeah, because Goldust and everyone came out and helped out Mankind. Because that was the debut of the Executioner.
Yes.
Executioner. Can't remember him.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I remember. I just brought the fucker up.
No, I meant no. Who was the Executioner?
I don't know because they never demasked him on telly, did they?
Probably not one.
No.
Oh well.
He was only around for a couple of months, but that's all he needed to be, because it was just a reason to keep Paul Bearer away from the Undertaker for a couple of more months.
It was good just to have it take a chase after Paul Bearer.
You know, and the things he did to get old, you know, like, because Paul Bearer kept flip-flopping, and one of the times when Taker teamed with Austin in the televised Hell in a Cell on Raw, where and then Undertaker came up through the ring while Paul Bearer locks himself inside the Hell in a Cell.
Oh fuck!
And Kane tries to get on top of it, and you got Vince McMahon picking the Hell in a Cell up to stop Kane getting to the Undertaker.
I'm going to get through. No, you're not.
It's a big drop, that is, sunshine.
I can imagine Mick Foley even going, "Don't even go there."
I did it the other week. Don't fucking do it.
No, but like,
Don't be a twat.
It's amazing when you look back and you see how matches define eras. Like, just that, like a random, what was the one match that influenced your career? What was the one match that made little Jimmy Matt Burns want to go, I want to be a wrestler?
You mean a speciality match?
No, the one match when you were a kid that said, this is what I want to do when I grow up.
One of the big feuds. Well, technically two feuds, and both feuds involved Austin. You can already see where this is already going. Who they were against. One being The Rock.
Were you an 80s kid?
I was born in the late 80s.
Who was Hogan's first feud?
Aren't she?
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Please.
Hogan had a feud.
Hogan had many feuds, but
Hogan did have many feuds.
a lot of feuds that people just don't remember. It's insane.
Yeah, you know.
Especially when he just didn't wear the yellow and red. He wore the blue and white and the white and red.
And the black and white.
Well, to win.
Yes, he did.
To win the actual World Heavyweight title, it was
Cheeky Baby.
as you always say, Cheeky Baby. Another feud that Hogan had that does stand out, and it did become a rivalry. Hot Rod.
Hot Rod, Andre.
Andre.
Monday. He had another one with
Ted DiBiase.
Yes, but that was later on. That tied in
Was
with
it
the Andre though.
Sergeant Slaughter, you could count as one of his big feuds.
Yes.
Yes, because. Now, what are the matches that, all the rivalries that made you want to be a wrestler?
For me, it was Austin and The Rock, and the whole feud of Austin versus McMahon. It just stands out. It's technically, if you even look on the WWE network, under the top rivalries, number one, Austin versus McMahon.
Depends on your preference.
Everyone has different preferences. Everyone goes for that one.
That's the most recognised rivalry.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the
One of those recognised, but
Favourite rivalries is actually Vince McMahon versus God.
It's not one of my favourite.
It is, because it's the one you talk about every week.
I haven't talked about it every week.
But not on here, you haven't. But
I don't
you
talk
know,
about
off
it
here.
every week. I do
Kelsey.
not.
What is the one thing that always gets to mention every week without fail?
If Vince McMahon can be God, anything is possible.
That's not me.
It is.
It is.
I haven't done it. I haven't. Not every week.
Mine was, funny enough, Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect at 92.
Oh.
I really, not 92, 91. And I really enjoyed that match. And the rest that really got me into it was Dusty. Because he was the common man. And I was a common folk from Dudley. You know, common kid. I went, just captivated me, so I wanted to be a wrestler. And you know it is when you tell your friends, I want to be a wrestler, and all that. Oh, you won't do it. Well, fuck you, you're watching me now, sunshine.
How do you like me now?
I've done it before when I was at Dudley, like. And one of my really good friends saw me. I was like, you twat!
Remember,
you said you wanted to do this in the attending.
I think most people who have gotten into wrestling, you know, during their high school days, have had a few ribs, you know, on wanting to become a wrestler. But when that person does actually, you know, push through and become a wrestler, it sort of does you know, it's sort of like, told you I would.
Yeah, but it's one of those things.
The match that got me into wrestling, like, 'cause I don't wrestle, you know, my body's a little bit broken down and battered.
It's the first ever Funk Soul Brother versus Charles Kelsey. Yep. See, yes.
No.
Damn it.
It was Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, the Iron Man match.
That would be...
Watching Shawn Michaels zip way down made him larger than life.
Yeah. And it wasn't just your typical Iron Man match as well. The fact that it went the distance.
Yeah.
It went the distance.
And then 10 minutes more.
Regardless of whoever, if you've done an Iron Man match, especially an hour Iron Man match, that has... It pulls in a lot of, you know... It makes you wonder, whoever's involved in that match, is the stamina ready to prepare for that match? Is the mentality, are they ready?
Here's an interesting question for you.
Yes?
If Shawn Michaels hadn't injured his back in 1998, would he...
Yes. He would have drugged himself up so much because even though he'd still be in pain and regardless, and probably there'd be a lot more would have happened, and he just would have killed himself.
No, if he hadn't to hit the casket...
No, that's what I meant though. He would have killed himself probably because he'd be earning... Unless it sounds really bad now, he'd be earning a lot more money because, you know, when you're doing two different things, like being a pro wrestler, you earn a lot of money because of merchandise and everything else, and wrestling itself, and like your sponsors, if you got sponsors, you get sponsored by them, you get paid by them, and of course, he's got the money, and he wouldn't be caring about life.
Would he have gone to WCW?
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows, really, because...
One man knows, but he's never given an honest answer.
Which would be Shawn Michaels himself.
Because some days he says yes, and some days he says no.
But it'd have to be that moment in time. Would he have said yes? Would he have said no?
What would have happened if Bret Hart hadn't signed his contract? Would the Montreal screw job have happened?
Yes. I think it would have, to be honest.
You think it would have?
There's moments and times that stuff would happen. I think it still would have, because something would have happened that would have made Bret Hart sign regardless.
So what you're saying is, no matter what, the Montreal Screwjob was going to happen regardless.
Yes, because like, it's even if it didn't.
And Bret Hart was going to, you know, potentially be very upset and still eventually get to WCW.
Yes. I think it would have happened.
Because Bret stated he was happy in WWF at the time. He just wasn't happy with Shawn Michaels.
Exactly. However, there is speculation from a lot of people that the whole Montreal screw job
was a work.
Fuck was it?
No. But
some of the greatest works are well planned. ICW have got one of the greatest works going on at the moment in the British wrestling era, with Mikey Whiplash and BT Gunn.
What, they won't let him fight?
Yeah, because supposedly they're causing too much damage to the general public.
Have you seen them pair fight?
Yeah, but is it more work where you just plant someone in the crowd and, you know, you get him to hit BT Gunn and, you know, 2 months later down the line he comes down as a wrestler, or,
You never know.
you know,
You never know.
the greatest plant in Intercontinental title history became the Italian Stallion. The Milan Miracle.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. The reason why I just episode with Nathan Garth of a certain impression. That's all. Carry on.
Fucking Russian gonna make you Italian.
Is that Russian there? Yeah, really serious. Really good there, man. But I'm gonna turn that son bitch Italian.
Make him a fucking joke.
I'm gonna turn him into the MM. What's the MM? Milan Miracle. Oh. Why Milan Miracle? Because he's
did
gonna
tell
win the Intercontinental title in Milan where no fucker can watch it.
But we record it quickly so people can watch
With bright red shoes.
Didn't, yeah, in just jeans. Thanks to Bobby Lashley.
Yes.
Cunt.
You upset over there?
That is almost as bad as David Arquette winning the World Championship.
it. No. That was an travesty regardless of everything that's ever happened.
The difference between David Arquette and the Milan Miracle is one of them has actually got a wrestling background history.
And one of them drew better than the other. I'll leave that up to the people at home to decide which way that goes. Arquette wins it for me, but that's up to you people at home. If you want to argue that with me, I've got all night.
All night long.
This had to have been quite an interesting episode, Joe, because we haven't actually reviewed much, because in my opinion there wasn't much worthwhile to review. You know,
Also, a lot more podcasts have probably already talked about Raw. And I'm sorry, people can watch Raw on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Or Sky Sports. So there's no point of us going over
Or
it.
if you've got the WWE Network.
well,
you can't.
Depending on certain countries that you're in.
We're in the freaking UK.
the last topic I want to discuss today, has the dirt sheets ruined wrestling?
Yes. Because it's taking the element of surprise out.
Because how many of us in this room, out the 3 of us, knew Brock Lesnar was coming back on Monday?
You said it last week.
I was.
Like, how many of us know now that Dolph Ziggler might not renew his contract with WWE?
It's...
Dirt sheets are a good thing and a bad thing, because you get to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it ruins it.
Yeah, exactly.
It does.
Like, at the moment, my little cousin's getting into wrestling, and any time he picks a computer up, I say to him, I went, you look at that dirt sheet and I will not record the wrestling. He goes, you'll miss out. I went, no I won't. I went, I'll still watch it. I went, but I will delete it before you come down and watch it. Like, he watched the highlights of the John Cena, Kevin Owens match on YouTube with us.
Yeah, but because they can make him watch it on network.
I do, but I say to him, you watch the highlights before you come down and watch it and try to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it. I went, I'll just delete it after I've watched it. Because I want him to appreciate the storytelling, you know, the psychology that goes into it.
What it's sort of you're spoiling it for yourself in a way.
Yeah, you know, like if you're a football fan, you know, you don't watch a 60-second highlight package, you know, you wait for match of the day. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, or
You want to watch it.
Or
Yeah.
you just watch Sky Sports later on that day where it's got all the Is that still going on when
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go and watch that. Or record it for later on. It's dirt sheets are, like, as I said, can be a good thing sometimes because you get to know.
I treat wrestling like I treat a video game. If you play it, you play it without the cheats. So if you watch it, you should watch all of it if you can. Or if you don't want to watch a certain bit, then you just do something else while that bit's on.
Yeah. Or if you've already got it recorded, fast forward.
I love Sky for that.
It's It's one of them, I'm trying to get him to appreciate without him reading what's going to happen. You know, like the surprise, you know, because back in the day, like, you didn't know when Austin was going to come back if he was injured.
Did it have caused problems but also done some minor benefits, but the problems that... The minor benefit being if they've got a rumour about someone returning, it can potentially pull more people to look into to see if they do return. But it also has the negative effect of, oh, he's coming back, what's the point in watching?
Oh, like, when I kept, like, when people said, the Shield are coming together, or...
The Shield is splitting up.
Or, like, when Barrett was going to win the title. They kept putting the belief in us that Barrett was actually going to become the first WWE champion from England ever. It would have made us proud.
And that also causes a problem. It causes, you know, they can say, oh, the lead, you know, they're trying to surprise us. But on the other hand, it could also have people saying, hang on, you lied to us, and have them consider going elsewhere.
You know, like, speculation is fine. I don't mind speculating, but, you know, when you can, like, definitely confirm that something's happening, you know, like, I can definitely near enough confirm, you know, that Matt Burns is returning to United Wrestling.
Which was already been announced.
Yeah, but I could have told you that about 4 weeks ago.
Me. Have that, you twat. Welcome back.
Just crack.
But it's...
My elbows missed you.
Wrestling,
that.
like, British wrestling doesn't have a dirt sheet as such.
No. Because, as they say, a lot of companies keep things close to the chest.
But, no. It's just that most of the companies are quite recycled.
Notice a word I said. So, it happens.
This is it isn't even an argument, this is a discussion we've had and we will continue to have until I'm blue in the face.
Well, until we're all blue in the face, really.
British wrestling is 40 years behind America.
Yes, but the production-wise.
We are in our territory days.
Everyone wants the same talent because, you know, it's attraction. It's an attraction. It worked for that place, it could probably work for that place.
So,
which is fair enough.
I take you're the, you know, you feel as though that we need somebody to step up, become the Vince McMahon of the British scene.
Well, I was watching a documentary where America had its territory days. You know, it had its territories, and then Dusty said it best. The territories had the Godfathers.
You had your McMahon, you had your Florida, you had your end of
Vern Gagne,
you had your
Vince McMahon Senior,
Jim Crockett,
and Jim Crockett. They were like your big
I think there was one more. But I think
yeah, Mid-South or something wanted.
Yeah,
is that
George?
Bill Watts?
Bill Watts, yeah.
Yeah.
George Watts? No, I was thinking Bill Watts, yeah.
But they were like your big four promotions,
yeah.
And then you had your little sub-promotions.
Yeah.
Where if you wanted to go learn your craft, you started there, and then if the big boys wanted you, you get called up. So, that was back in the 70s, if I'm roughly right on my American territory days.
Yes.
You know, 60s, 70s, you know.
And then the NWA started to become more all together as one, where all Godfathers made the super shows. And Starrcade with the American Dream, baby, made Starrcade.
But, where's wrestling's merger going to come from? I know some promotions work a little bit closer with people, but why are we so far behind? Why is British wrestling only now in its territory days?
We've come from...
You know, it had its mini boom, which American wrestling had in the 20s and 30s. That was 20, 30 years ago for us. You know, back in the days of Giant Haystacks and Big Daddy. You know, now it's on its little bit of decline, which American wrestling had as well before, didn't it?
Which was the Attitude Era, I believe?
No. It had its little golden generation boom
golden
where
generation.
Hulk Hogan was, you know, saying his prayers and...
Eating his vitamins.
And Macho Man and Warrior and Steve
Yeah.
Boat and Flair and Dusty and...
Which was the 80s.
Yeah.
Going into the early 90s before it died off for 4 or 5 years.
This is how it goes in my eyes. We had the War Sport days, which probably ended about 94, 95.
Mm-hmm.
You know, And of course that was like rounds, and no one heard of. Everyone else outside the UK didn't understand why we did rounds, but yeah, every round we did was a different story. Well, they aim to do a different story, like your Mighty Jones and your Johnny Saints and
Your Flash Jordans.
Flash Jordans, and your trying to think of the other Johnny.
Johnny Saints?
No, not Johnny
Oh, no,
Saints.
you said Johnny Saints.
He wrestled Keith Meyer at PCW.
Keith Myers.
Yeah, he wrestled Keith Meyer in a World Sport match at one of the Super Shows.
Blondie Barrett?
No, Blondie Barrett's now on PCW.
No.
I'll find his name in a bit, but I know his name's Jolly something. One of the legends. Then of course we waited to like try and be like America, that just didn't work. It was on the decline. They got to 2000, and then we started picking up. Then wrestling, because of the PG era, went back down. And then the Indies came up really massively. We came up a little bit more because we wanted to be like America. But now we're not trying to be like America, we're trying to be British. But the problem is though, because everyone's like, oh, because you get some British people who go to other countries.
No matter what, the difference I feel as though with us is we're having to compete against the American wrestling as well.
Are you really?
A little, well.
I can understand why you're saying that though, because a American could get paid a shitload of money. A shitload of money. How much should an average British wrestler make compared to that American?
Oof. Vast difference.
But
no,
Johnny Kidd! That's him!
Johnny Kidd.
Johnny Kidd.
There you go. Right. Ooh. Good shout out there. Anyway, if a child had a choice of either going to WWE, seeing Cena, or coming to a British wrestling show.
But there's the thing though. What happens if they can't go and watch John Cena because the tickets are too much and they come to the British show and are enjoying the product there because it's... Well, not be nasty. One's on TV, one's not.
the problem is British wrestling isn't as publicised as it should be, which is why I say we're now in your territory days. But the difference is we don't have local TV stations because we're not a big ass country, you know, we're just a little shitty island surrounded by a load of water, you know. If water was a television station, our fucking counties would be supplied forever. But, you know, it's...
Because in my eyes, we've got 5 Godfathers now. You got your Preston, City Wrestling, your All-Star, your Southside, your ICW, because it is one of the bigger ones, and your Rev Pro.
Now, what have all 5 of them companies got in common?
They bring in the imports.
Nope.
Mate, I said they all work.
Regularity.
Regularity shows almost every
Month.
every
No.
week.
No. The shows. Southside put a show on once every 2 months.
No, they put a couple of shows up. Like they do, like 2 months, about a month or 2 off. But they put on like quite a few shows in
Yeah,
a row.
but like they do 5 shows in like the space of a weekend, but they'll take 2 months off.
Of course.
PCW.
Well, because we've been to, you know, because some shows they don't just do a single show during the day.
Yeah, so
You're on about
how
like,
are you
4 shows in
supposed
2
to
days.
follow that product? How are you supposed to be invested in that product where the clusterfucking 4 shows in the space of 2 days? How's general public, like, do I want to spend 40 quid a day watching wrestling? For all day? That's 80 quid Saturday and Sunday. You know, if that was spread over each week, you know, maybe. Because I'd have time, you know. I don't want to get oversaturated to the wrestling. You know, because there's only so much wrestling I can put up with in a day.
And then you got your PCW that do like a show for them, like if they haven't got a super show or like a big name, or like a massive name, sorry, not fucking big name. Then you got like show, maybe 2 weeks later, another show, then a month or 2 off, and then a big show.
Yeah.
And then in between that time, Red Pro does a show, but they only have 1 show, and then they build up to another show. And then you got ICW, who do like a few times in Scotland, of course, in Scotland it's only like 15.
ICW are the exception to that, because ICW have now started doing a weekly product.
Yeah.
Because Mark Dallas, I think, is realising if he wants to get recognised, he needs to put a weekly product out there that people can relate to. Because
Constantly see.
yeah,
And
because you can't relate to something that's only out there once every 2 months. Example locally, Pro Wrestling for You, which is a Stoke firm,
Yep.
only goes once every 2 months. On average.
Possible. Possibly
if you're lucky.
once every 3.
If you're lucky, definitely once every 3. If you're lucky, once every 2.
It does, 5-6 shows a year. So it averages out once every 2 months. So, how are you supposed to get invested in that product when you're getting one show for 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, every 8 weeks? What makes you want to go back? For you.
Yeah.
But
Once a month, aren't they?
different reasons. No, once every 2 months.
Yeah.
But we go watch it for different reasons. You know, because we've got our reasons why we go watch LCW.
Yeah. We've got our reasons.
But if we didn't have to, would you still make the drive down there? Are you invested enough to actually commit to making the drive down there for 2 months?
Basically what you're saying is, to me, is LCW entertaining enough?
Has it drawn you in that you would spend the petrol money to drive from Stoke to Leicester,
Which, in a way,
which is a tenner?
which is sort of, we are.
Yeah,
Because we do that.
yeah, we do. But there's also an hidden objective behind there of why we do it.
Mm.
You know, because we like to report the local wrestling, and it's a good product. But if we weren't reporting about it, and
Basically what you're saying is because we're reporting about different shows on the UK scene.
yeah,
We're doing quite a bit of travelling, where the average fan, there is some of the die-hard fans that do the travelling and whatnot, that would, that do follow some of the wrestlers, but usually sometimes you have some wrestlers that are just local wrestling fans that sort of aim more home-based.
okay. I'll put it to you this way, and then I'll probably get the answer I'm looking for. You don't do the podcast.
Right.
You don't wrestle. But you're a wrestling fan. I've took you down to watch one show
Right?
at the beginning of their season pass, because they do a season pass which
Yes,
lasts
as
you
you know,
for
as
the
you
year,
know.
which costs, I think it's a show less than if you went and bought the ticket on the door.
Something like that.
But if they didn't have that, and you had to spend £10 to drive down there after this show, and then spend £10 on the door, and then whatever you drank, would you make that journey every 8 weeks?
It would depend. It would depend on initially, would they have me invested?
The products as it has been that we've been watching this year, are you invested to make the journey with the storylines that are there now?
At the moment in time for
Yes.
LCW, I would say yes. I would say yes.
Fair enough. Like mine, before I got to wrestling, I was
I would.
watching FCW.
No, but that's me. That's my taste.
but
That is.
there's a big fuck.
But like I said, you may not agree with me. He's got the wrong taste. Everybody's got their own style.
I used to go down to FCW before I even wrestled. A lot. Like every month, I'd make sure I get my good £5 to £10.
Like you just said, before the whole hidden, before we did the podcast, I've actually done travelling to another show. I ended up, before we even did the podcast, I've travelled to PCW.
Yeah, but did you go to PCW every show?
No.
Were you invested enough to go every show?
Well, I would, but unfortunately...
If money wasn't an issue, would you have done every show?
Potentially, yes.
Potentially also means no. So what was missing from that to make you want to go every show?
It's always...
Money, no issue.
Money, no issue. At all.
Yeah.
Potentially, I would. You
But,
know,
but potentially you
me-
wouldn't.
Because you can say
potentially I
potential
would,
would,
but,
potential wouldn't.
but it all depends on the current show. Because on the current show that I've watched, the last show,
Current show.
the last show you've watched, it always depends. Because if you went, you know, because some shows can have great nights and some shows can have bad nights. You can go to a show, absolutely brilliant, fantastic. We'll bring my kids every month, blah blah blah. And the next month, be a bag of garbage and put doubt in your head. So it's as much as someone could Cena said this on a previous season of Tough Enough, because someone asked him what was his favourite match, and if I recall, he stated, regardless, it all depends on my last match. You know, no matter what, you've got to outdo your last match. You've always got to better yourself.
You're only as good as your last match.
Exactly, you're only as good as your last match. That was the actual quotation I was actually after. But in this case, you're only as good as the last show that they produced.
Why? Because
or given to you.
One of my biggest peeves with British wrestling is there isn't enough to relate to because it's once every 8 weeks or once every month.
Basically, what you're trying to say is if you had a show that was weekly
Or even fortnightly.
and consistent, you would be hooked.
You're giving people more chance to be hooked. You know, because the difference between the UK territories and the American territories were turning out shows every weekend.
Anything you'd like to add?
Not really.
It's different opinions.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that I can't really say anything because, as I said before, I got the wrestling. I was always at FCW, but that's like training. When I started getting the wrestling, when I became the wrestler, I always got a different mindset because even if I there's been like load of shows that I wanted to go to. Here we go. This is the thing though. There's a lot of shows that I really want to go to because even when I saw I really respect on there, or saw I haven't seen before is on there, and I want to see them, or a potential opponent's on there, I want to see him. It's a problem for me. Most of my weekends are booked.
Yeah.
As much as people go, oh, you do this. It's like, no, most of my weekends are booked. So it's hard for me to go, oh, what am I doing this? I can't, unfortunately. I can't exactly answer the question of,
can you be weak? Can you be?
Can I be invested? No, I actually physically can't be emotionally invested. Because I'm always worried about getting through my show.
But if you weren't,
but that's the problem. I actually physically can't answer that.
Which in this case, I really can't answer it myself fully because I'm a wrestler myself, which is true. Regardless of the one thing that a lot of people
I said everyone's got the different opinions on it.
Exactly, and one thing that people get in their heads is once you become a wrestler, you're not a fan.
Bullshit.
Thank you.
You become a wrestler, you're always going to be a fan because what made you get into wrestling? Being a fan.
If anything, I'd say you become
you're more attention detail attention. Attention to detail. Basically, it's just when you're a wrestler, you pick up on like the way to bump, and the way to feed, and the way to do stuff, and the hand position, and the body position, and the ring position.
He will beg to differ, because he's watched a wrestling match with me while I've been sober.
No, but he's a rarity.
Did you win?
Yes, I won.
You are a rarity. It's not just about that. You do get some certain wrestling fans that do go above and beyond. Because
we were discussing one of the Southside matches that we went to, and I'll go on record saying which was the Young Bucks versus the Hunter Brothers.
Yep.
We've discussed this match
many
about 2 or 3 months ago on air, but I didn't really give my honest opinion of the match, and it was one of them that was if you're not into the style, then
because
I was sitting about 3 seats away from someone who completely mocked the fuck out and went, "That's the best match I've ever seen." And there's me sitting in a chair going, that match has just desecrated on everything that professional wrestling was supposed to be.
But that is your opinion.
Yeah, and I understood why they thought that was the best match that they'd ever seen.
What was it, a phrase that you used once? Opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
Yeah. But, like, what style of match would you rather see? Would you rather see a spot fest, or would you rather see a nice, put together wrestling clinic?
I'm different.
It's
everyone
hard to
knows.
say.
I'll say because everyone knows what I pick, and that's story. Because to me, I don't give a shit
If you
about
can't tell a
moves.
story, then really...
Then you're just watching it for the moves, or you're just watching it because it's your favourite wrestler, or you're watching it because of the spots. In my eyes, it's the story of taking someone on an emotional roller coaster for going up and down, through the roof, down to the ceiling, back up to the roof,
Do the form, back up.
you know,
Yeah.
straight line, back up, down.
Well, because I watched Cena Owens, and as much as that was like a little indie match, there was the story of John Cena being pushed to the limit.
And even his limit didn't seem good enough.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was invested in that. You know, I couldn't take... That was
Story.
must-see television.
Yeah.
You know, because you were just there going, what has he got to do to put Owens away? But it wasn't, right, I'm going to, you know, hit you with a Canadian Destroyer, you'll kick out at one and I'll just jump straight back up.
Oh.
It was, I'll let you with this and...
They said, did a Canadian Destroyer, Vince McMahon going, that's a couple of grand, probably 50 out of your account, boy.
I think it'd be more
You're
than...
getting a paycheck this year.
I think that'd be pretty much more than a couple of grand.
You know, but if Vince McMahon went, John, fine you 50 grand for doing that power drive, John Cena would probably just go, do you want that $100 bills? He isn't short for 50 grand for it in the Canadian
Or do you want
Destroyer.
one of my cars?
Yeah, but it like there was actually selling after the moves, you know, like a 2 or 3 minute period into them where
You've seen on certain...
I've seen someone get top rope tombstones and then 30 seconds later the bastard's back up and trying to do a moonsault and being kicked in the head again. And they're going, come after he's been hit with that.
I don't know what to say.
As you said though, everybody's got the different
Everyone's got
styles
different-
that they like.
Everyone's
Some
got
people
different
like
style.
that style of the mega indie. Some people like spot fest. Some people like the strong style of the I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth
Strong-
out.
yeah.
You know, some people like storytelling. Everyone's got their own.
Everyone's got
thing.
their own style.
Like-
Everyone's got their own style, and everyone's
like-
got their own...
I know it's so really bad for me saying this, but you know how we can tell it's a good match without watching the match? The crowd. If the crowd aren't invested in it, it could be the greatest match in the world, to be perfectly honest. But if the crowd don't tell it, then you don't know it.
It could be a match that, like you just said, it could be a match going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, constantly all the time. If the crowd aren't doing, literally having their heads going back and forth with them, or, then it's not worked. If they're too busy going elsewhere, looking elsewhere, talking, not even focusing on the match, then they're not invested.
How can I put it? I don't want to sound too big to this, but everyone knows that I make sure that, that's why I scream so much, because I make sure that the crowd can't talk to each other. They're always concentrating on me. They're always concentrating on my match, because it's the fact of, if the crowd's not emotionally invested in your match becomes worse, in my opinion, because you're trying to make that crowd get into it.
I don't think that's the only reason why they're focusing on you. I think that the fact that you scream so loud that they're actually looking around to see if there's any glass or windows that are about to break.
No, nobody's going, shut up. Or shut up, Kelsey. But that's my opinion, because it's like,
It's the round.
I would rather do a lot of stuff, because as I said, the one I also was probably one of the best ones I could say recently. I made sure that fucking crowd stayed in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
No bastards getting out of my hand that night.
And for me, I would feel as though I've cheated a fan if they weren't really entertained.
Because then that means they don't want to come back later on.
Exactly, which is then unfortunate. or they're not going to want to pay attention to, and you know, regardless of even if my match has happened, they're not going to want to continue, you know, come back and rewatch.
Exactly. Is that all for this week then?
Yeah, we'll wrap this up with a nice little cheap plug. I can officially say this if the Funk Soul brother doesn't mind.
Please go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can now actually go to Matt Burns' shop on the Matt Burns website. It isn't mattburnsshop.com, it's actually mattburnsmerchandise.com.
If you go to the matt-burns.co.uk, the entries, you'll now notice there is a button that says merchandise where you can and whatnot.
And hopefully soon there'll be a Burning Truth top up there.
Most possibly.
There will.
Oh, alright then.
And I must give a big thank you, to, surprising enough, to people for actually more likes on that page.
It's good.
Keep liking, motherfuckers. Or I'll find you and I'll poke you in your fucking eyes with my pokey fucking eyes at
Quit
jiu-jitsu.
picking on the fans. We need them.
They don't fucking have to look at the podcast, they have to listen.
Right.
Take it right.
But they still have to look to find us.
No, they don't have to look to find us, they get the fucking relatives to find us.
Yes, people are responding to you already. You're doing the heading.
Look,
Oh well, I don't know how people said it.
look, you already getting a reaction. You already getting
Anyway,
a
so
reaction.
Now you can officially merchandise off the Matt Burns website now.
Yeah.
So where can we find you, Mr. Burns? Apart from your website now, your new website.
You can either, well, as we already stated, the website, you can either catch me on the Hotmail account, which is mattburns04@hotmail.com. We also have my Facebook page, which is matt.burns.uk. And there's... Would you give me a Twitter account, please?
Matt, the bad boy Burns.
This the Longton Beach bad boy.
Even though Longton doesn't even have a beach.
You're supposed to fucking stand there and be like, oh, it's a beach.
That's as close we're getting.
Fucking B&Q will be getting some sales.
See the canal sunshine? That's your fucking sea there. That's your fucking ocean.
Where can we find the...
On my Twitter of
Big deal!
1989. Catch me on Facebook.
Danger Zone.
Yes, the Danger Zone of Charles Kelsey. You all just get my weekly updates if we can might get a nice little rant. So I don't give a shit. And the burning truth, of course. So I can't fuck off.
Well,
The
You can
man
catch
that
us all.
can't fuck off properly.
the man who's become a part of the furniture.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to carve him with my chair.
All I'll say is, you can hack up, you know, the furniture and everything, and Kelsey will still find a way to be around.
I've been on the ceiling. Didn't expect me here, Ninja Boy.
Everyone can find me on Facebook. I am at Nathan Goff. If you don't want pool updates, I probably wouldn't.
All nice little rants of just randomness.
Yeah, there's a few good rants a week on there.
Okay, I can actually, you know, give you a nice little plug here. Regardless of it, which always gets me laughing.
Wednesday night was a nice little rant.
I actually wouldn't know because I was throwing my guts up.
Ooh.
Yeah, you missed a pillar of a rant on Wednesday night. I actually went to bed about 2 o'clock that morning, woke back up at 8 o'clock ready for work. I had 6 different requests for things to change that day because of my rant.
What was the rant about?
Oh?
What was the rant about?
Oh. No. It was just regarding some festivities that took place that night.
Oh, you mean the pool?
Yeah.
Yes, no, I read about that. No.
There we go.
It's true though. If they don't, sorry, if you play your heart out, don't give a fuck. Then you know what? They're not worth it.
And I had 6 offers in the morning. So between 6 hours of going to bed and waking back up, I had 6 different offers in one day.
So you went from being upset, angry, to getting more busy than ever.
Yeah. Basically, people trying to haul my ass out.
And
Why I say this? Because I want you to fuck
and
you.
some people, you know, and some people do actually question, Anger doesn't get you anywhere.
It does. It really does.
In some situations, it
Anger
does.
is a problem solver for everything.
Not every. I'm not going to say everything, but results may vary.
Right then. Other than that, though, we are done for this week. Probably not the. If you're after the wrestling review, just go read the results if you haven't already, or watch it. This is actually a more topical episode of the Burning Truth.
More of a topical.
I'd rather like the fans and like the people actually watch Raw instead of like relying on us to say it, because then it just takes the fun out of wrestling. Going, oh, well, they've told us the results. It's not fun.
Like what you mentioned earlier. The dirt sheets. With us just reiterating the results, does that make us a dirt sheet?
No, because in all fairness, if you haven't watched it 6 days after it's been aired, are you really going to ever go and watch that episode?
True. But however, a lot of people are either going to know about it.
If it's something worthwhile covering, we'll cover it, but
We'll bring it up.
there wasn't. Right then.
We'll bring it up.
So that's fine, right. So I'll leave that there. I've been Nathan Goff. I've been joined by, the Plank Soul Brother.
The Funk Soul Brother.
Plank Soul Brother.
Funk Soul Brother.
I'm a tree!
Check it out now.
And I've also been joined by the Big Deal.
Charles Kelly.
Do it right. If you're going to do big deal, do it right.
Right
Right then, so other than that,
sounded
folks, have a good day.
Right, take care.
And check out your local
Support
wrestler.
Boy.